Star Wars. Jon Favreau teases The Mandalorian props connecting to Empire Strikes Back and the holiday special. That's pretty cool, man. Look, I'm all about some holiday special finding its way back into the canon. One could only hope that we're going to get an updated version of Lumpy's holographic table, so we can finally see a new version, a new and improved version of the that holographic acid trip, drug-induced, hallucinogenic circus that we were treated to all the way back in 1978. How's it going, everybody? This is Phil, and well, this is a article over on comicbook.com, and the author is Patrick the Wolfman Kavanaugh, and the Mandalorian show right now seems to be pretty much neutral ground, so we won't be treated to any of the normal snark or the little digs and shots that Patrick seems to get in when talking about Solo or The Last Jedi and the way the fans reacted to it. So there'll be no marginalizing in this article, hopefully, as we move forward with it. So basically, this is Jon Favreau is things are gearing up. We're starting to see set photos come and getting leaked out, and different creatures, and we got the look at the Mandalorian himself recently, and now the big mystery whether or not it's going to be a male or a female. I guess only time will tell. I did notice going back looking at that initial photo of the lead character that there wasn't a cod piece, which is something that's a part of the original Boba Fett armor. So that is interesting. Make of that what you will. I don't know if it just was a design choice to leave it off, or it signifies that it is a female, because what would she need? Basically an athletic supporter, or a cup, like the boys do when they play professional sports. So that is interesting. So there could be something to the theory that Disney is doing an Memphis nest all over again. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, as far as the show goes, Jon Favreau he's leaking out some stuff. And it says, with creator Jon Favreau having revealed the title and synopsis for the first live-action Star Wars TV show, he has continued a Lucasfilm tradition of teasing fans with out-of-context photos, leading us to speculate wildly. The producer recently took to Instagram to tease props being used in Star Wars The Mandalorian that connect to Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back and the infamous Star Wars Holiday Special. Infamous is putting it lightly. So this is the first thing John leaked out, and which is essentially an ice cream maker, as we all know. The first photo that Favreau posted looked like an ambiguous piece of technology that has taken on a hilarious reputation for its appearance in The Empire Strikes Back. And we can see here, in the 1980 film, one character was evacuated in Cloud City under Lando Calrissian's orders, carrying the above piece of equipment under his arm. Now this is, in fact, Willrow Hood, who later they created a backstory for him. In the movie, he was just kind of a random guy running through with a piece of equipment, and like so many other background characters in Star Wars universe, they end up having a story of their own years later and finding names for them and whatever the case may be. So the unnamed character looked like he was carrying an intergalactic ice cream maker, earning him the nickname Ice Cream Guy among the fan community. The character was ultimately given the name Willrow Hood, and his backstory was elaborated to reveal that the piece of equipment he was carrying was a computer's memory core containing important Rebel information. While we can't rule out Hood appearing in the upcoming TV series, Favreau was likely paying his respects to the ways in which this series will incorporate minor details from all corners of the galaxy far, far away. And, these are the kinds of things that I like. This is a nice little touch. It really doesn't mean anything, but for, the fans that notice this, and, these are little Easter eggs. And you can appreciate someone kind of going out of their way to add these types of touches with any kind of Star Wars project. It shows a love and an appreciation and an admiration for the franchise, and all these little minor details that find a life of their own, and just make it fun. And Star Wars should be fun. And look, I still have a lot of faith that Jon Favreau is going to do something pretty good here, and hopefully it doesn't end up being a real disappointment. Fans are, like I said, they're reacting to whether or not there's going to be a male or female lead character. Time will only tell. But in the meantime, little things like this, they're just kind of fun, nice little nods and touches. So let's continue here. And the most famous Mandalorian is Boba Fett, whose live-action debut was also in Empire Strikes Back. However, his initial debut was in an animated segment of the Star Wars Holiday Special, which was really the bright spot of that whole entire special, in which he rode a dinosaur-like creature and wielded a prolonged firearm. So this is the version of that firearm that he originally appeared in. Here's the picture of him in the animated special on that dinosaur-like creature, and here's the firearm, and this looks pretty badass. I always thought this was kind of just a silly looking weapon, but to see it actually physically created here, it looks cool, man. I really like the look of this thing. Good job by the prop department in bringing this thing to life and putting it on screen. Very good job as far as I'm concerned. So Favreau shared an image of a firearm that we first saw in the first official image of the series, which depicted a Mandalorian in traditional armor who had the above weapon strapped to their back. Okay, and there's a picture again. This appears to be another way in which Favreau is borrowing a number of small details from minor but beloved corners of the Star Wars saga. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order. We follow the travails of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic, says a series official synopsis. The Mandalorian is currently filming and will debut sometime next year on Disney's new streaming platform. Are you excited to see Favreau include these references? Let us know in the comments below, or hit up the Wolf. Don't bother with the Wolfman. You can comment down below on this video. I am excited. Look, am I over the moon? No, I mean, that's ridiculous. But this is cool. This is a cool, nice little nod and a nice touch. And it shows that Jon Favreau is paying attention. And he's immersed himself in a lot of this stuff. This is just silly. But it's just cool to see that these little things kind of make their way into the modern Star Wars that's being created, and everything that came before, it's just not being discarded. They're actually saying, hey, this was something that people talked about or became kind of a cult thing within this franchise. Let's include it, and the fans will be excited to see these little Easter eggs. Or let's recreate this weapon and actually see it used in a live action film or show. Wouldn't that be cool? And yes, it would be cool. So I appreciate this stuff as a fan. I'm still disappointed that we're not going to get Lumpy's hologram table, but there's still time. We could bring that circus back. That would be awesome. But anyway, that's what's going on. There's going to be a lot more information, and I'm sure plenty more leaks as time goes on. And look, this is definitely something that I'm still looking forward to. I have not wavered in my enthusiasm, my excitement for this project. I do have a lot of faith in Jon Favreau, and I think the images that we've seen so far are they're pretty cool. They look like Star Wars, and again, I'm I'm not going to concern myself right now with worrying about whether or not the lead is going to be, what gender they are, or hopefully, we don't get to deal with any sexuality or any of that nonsense. But, I'm just going to enjoy the information as it trickles out, and we'll cross the bridges as we get there as far as what we end up with The Mandalorian. I'd like to stay excited. I'd like to stay positive. And, it's fun to kind of share these images with other people that have the same interests. So anyway, guys, what do you think about these, these nice little props that they're building to kind of flesh out this part of the universe and this story and this show? Do you appreciate it as a fan? And are you looking forward to seeing what else they're going to be doing and what are the nice little nods and Easter eggs that we're going to get in a show like this? They have 10 episodes, so there's a lot of time to fill things out and throw nice little things in there. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, feel free to hit that like button down below and make a comment. That's always part of the fun with putting up videos and having a dialogue with people. If this is your first time here, feel free to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. Next time I post a video, you'll be the first to know about it. And that's it, guys. So I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend, and I will talk to you sometime soon. As always, be happy, be safe, be healthy. Have a great night. Bye-bye.